Yo, what you saying, YouTube? It's your boy King Carter. Welcome back to another video, man. I'm just happy to be here, guys. But today I actually got a very special video, a very different type of video for you guys. Today we're gonna get a little bit of theoretical and analytical and dive deep into the mind of movie creators. And, well, you know what? It's a better idea to show you. Listen, as you saw by the title today, I went to the theater to go watch Him. I went to go see this movie with my sister. We literally just went today. I just got back from the theater and I'm like, yo, I might as well come talk to you guys about it because I thought it was a little bit of a strange movie. I'll be honest. I feel like it was a little bit of a strange movie. I felt like, I have to be honest, I feel like the movie was confused. I feel like the movie was trying to be too many different things. So I made some points. Here's what we're going to talk about. Now, not everything about the movie was necessarily bad, but actually, okay, before I get into anything, there's gonna be some spoilers. I'm gonna talk about the movie and explain my thinking. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want any spoilers, by all means, take your time, click off this video, go watch the movie, but just make sure, just do me a favor, make sure you come back, you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content.
What did he say?
But what I will say, this movie was meant to be like a football movie. Or so I thought, but like I personally felt like this movie was lacking a lot of that football element to it. Like I was kind of looking to see some sort of action, which there was action, don't get it twisted, but like I thought it was gonna be more like, you know, like motivational, like him, like football stuff. Which it had parts of that, don't get it twisted, but I felt like the movie focused too much on being weird. Like the movie, I don't know if it was supposed to be a thriller or a horror because it didn't really scare me. I don't know if it was meant to scare people, but it didn't really scare me. But it kind of had like a little thriller-ish vibe to it, like it wanted to be a little twisted, but like it threw twists in there when I don't feel like it necessarily needed to have twists in there, if you know what I'm saying. Like it didn't necessarily always need to have some weird edgy shit going on and I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Before people in the comments want to get at me, I will say I'm gonna give the actors in the movie, specifically Marlon and the other dude, I don't know his real name, but the guy who plays I want to keep calling this dude Cade Cunningham, but like it's not Cade Cunningham, it's Cade something. What was his name? I just watched the movie. I don't even remember the guy's name. I just watched the movie. But it's Cade something Cade. But the guy, the actor who plays him, like he did a good job. He did his thing in the movie. Kudos to them. And like from a cinematography aspect of the movie, like the way it was filmed and the way it was directed, let me not say directed, because directed implies kind of the overall story. And not to say it was bad directing, but I didn't like a lot of things. Like I didn't like the end. I didn't like inconsistencies. I felt like there was a weird twist in the movie where it went from like there was a steady pace. There's a steady pace. It was going, and then it just started to get really crazy. And it's like, I don't know. I didn't really like that. I'll be honest. I wasn't a fan of it. Like the first half of the movie had me intrigued. I was very interested. I wanted to see what's happening. But then like this dude, bro, like from the time he got the concussion in his head, right? He had the concussion. Even that, like what even was that? Like I didn't like how they introduced that. Like bro went to the field to practice, all of a sudden boom, thumped in his head, and now he's just out cold on the ground. I wasn't a fan of that, but cool. That's how you want to set the story. I can look past it. So I look past it. We go on. He gets the staples, then he's like, okay, the doctor's talking about some. You know what? I'll give him. That line was cold. When he got the stitches and he's talking about some. She was like,
as a doctor, I can't recommend him to play.
And he's like, as a fan, and then boom, like it cuts into him at the combine. But then here's the thing. He should have just participated because he didn't participate in the combine and he went to homie's house instead, right? But you're telling me if he participated, he wouldn't have gone to homie's house. So none of that weird shit would have happened. So it's like, after watching the movie, this nigga should have just went to the combine. Like it didn't even make any sense for him to freaking go to dude's house because he got more beat up at that house. That made no sense. And then when I was talking earlier about the inconsistencies, how is it that he has a concussion, but yet he's able to bash his head against somebody else? He's able to get his head slammed against, like he's able to take a lot of head trauma, blunt force head trauma, you know, and just be fine, even though he has a concussion and literally staples in his head. Like that didn't make any sense. And then I don't understand why they're doing all that weird shit with like the blood and shit. Like nigga, this isn't My Hero Academia, fam. This ain't no One for All shit. Like what do you mean the blood gets passed down through generations of generations? Like This movie, like, the thing with this movie is, like, this movie was trying to be woke. That's the thing. It wanted to be woke and, like, be kind of edgy on some, like, we're kind of revealing some, like, we're gonna say some shit that's not necessarily true, but it's gonna be kind of true. So, like, we're kind of, you know, we're trying to be edgy with it. But it missed the punch. That's the thing. Usually when things do that, like, it hits it on the mark, you know? Like, they set up something, and then it's like, okay, like, I see what they're trying to say. But with this one, it's like, it's really in your face. It's not edgy because it's really in your face, you know? It's like, it's not super subliminal, even though they wanted to come across as subliminal. And it just felt weird and extra. And I didn't like how, like, out of nowhere, Marlon got superpowers. Like, his character just all of a sudden became the Hulk. He became a freaky ass Hulk for one, because he's making out with a super fan. And then why was Shorty even in his house? Like, that didn't even make any sense to me. Why is Shorty in his house and he's okay with it? Like, this is a normal occurrence. And like, and then the ending, I feel like they had a great story. They had a great story with, like, kind of tying it into his pops and saying his pops sacrificed himself, like, so that his kid could be great. Because I'm like, yo, we know how people talk about Illuminati and sacrifices and shit, you know? Like, I'm not even gonna dive into all that, but, like, yo, I understand what they're trying to do with that, but I feel like they should have made that a bigger point of the movie. Like, I don't even know how you would have. You should have put less weird shit. You skip past some of the weird shit you did, and you focus more on that. You highlight more of that, and you show us more of him, like, even making it to the league and stuff. Like, you know, the ending was so weird. I thought it was a crappy ending. It was a semi-crappy ending. Like, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I felt like they really could have came harder with the ending. In terms of things I didn't like the ending. I feel like they could have came harder with the ending. I feel like there's too much weird shit. Like, there's too many, like, they're trying to make it a thriller and add some jump scares with, like, weird twisted elements that didn't even make sense. And then I didn't like that the main character didn't question that stuff, because, like, that's not the world he comes from. Like, just because he's trying to become a football player doesn't mean that he thinks that shit's normal, because no one would think that shit's normal, bro. Like, what's wrong with these guys? So I didn't like that. And I didn't like how Marlon's character also became weird out of nowhere. His name was Isaiah, though. Isaiah in the movie. I didn't like that Isaiah just became weird out of nowhere, because he wasn't weird when we first saw him. That was, you know, like, that's the interesting part. He was fine, and then he gradually became weird. And then his wife was like, I don't know, man. I didn't like that. In terms of things that I did like, though, I did like the cinematography. I like the different camera angles that they got. I thought they were very unique. I like that they played with the effects on the movie. Like, they had a lot of different type of, like, scopes, like X-ray and thermal and stuff. So from a cinematography standpoint, I like that. I felt like they did a great job using music. Like, me and my sister were talking about this. Shout out to Layla. We were talking about this, and the music, they had a great choice of music that to build you and draw you into the scenes, you know? Like, they did that really well. So I heard, and I'm not the first person to say this, because I've heard this online, and it's true. Like, I really feel like they had a lot of good elements to make a really good movie, but they didn't know what direction they wanted to take it. They didn't know if they wanted to take it into a thriller direction, into more a comedy direction, because they had some comedic aspects to it. They didn't really know if they wanted to make it like a serious, like, sports film either, you know? Like, they almost wanted it to have some Coach Carter emotional aspects and feels to it, but it didn't, because they tried to pull it in too many different avenues. They didn't really succeed in a singular one, you know, because they tried too many different ones, you know. And I don't feel like, I don't know, I feel like the movie could have been better. When I first saw the trailer, I was really hyped for it, but after watching it, I'm like, yo, I feel like they really could have done better with the movie, you know. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. If you guys enjoyed that, please, honestly, let me know how you felt down in the comments. Like, I almost felt like I was waffling, but, like, this is honestly how I feel. And if you guys want me to do more stuff like this, let you know what I think about stuff that I watch, please let me know down in the comments. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me recently on the channel. We're still on our road to 100 subscribers, so please join the Cardo family, you know, join the King Cardo family, join the Cardo clan, whatever you guys want to be called. We're working on the name, you know, give me some suggestions. I like, you know, I want my supporters to feel included, you know, because my success is you guys' success, you know. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. YouTube's got a video popping up right over here for you guys. They say this is the best one for you and that you're gonna enjoy it, and man, like, YouTube knows what you watch, you know, not me. So I think this is gonna be a banger for you, and I'll catch you guys right over there. Until the next video, but no.
Sit back, kick back, smoke a little, talk a little. Sit back, kick back, smoke a little, talk a little. Sit back, kick back.